To make money trading, you need to have good entries that are simple to spot, repeatable, and have maximum profit potential. If you want your entries to have these three things, then you're going to love this simple entry criteria. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. I have a free mentorship program. Link will be in the description. Let's jump into the video. So, number one, I will cover quickly the direction of price so that you understand the context of the entry. Alright. So as you can see here, I have FBO and sell. What does that mean? I'm looking for the high and the low of the week. So if I know where the high and the low of the week is, then I look for a failed breakout at that high of the week or that low. In our case, it's the high of the week. Now, if I have a failed breakout, so price breaks out on a particular day and then closes back inside of that high and low, that is a failed breakout, which is a signal to sell the next day. And in our case, this is how it looks like. This is the high of the week set on Wednesday, and then on Thursday price broke out and then it closed back inside of the high and the low of the week, giving us a failed breakout and a sell signal to sell the next day. I've made countless videos on failed breakouts. There'll be a link on your screen. You'll go watch that video after you watch this one. Moving on to the entries. So on this trading day, what exactly am I looking for? And number one is timing window. So what this means is that we come to trade in a specific session at a specific time. And in Asia, it is 8 to 11 a.m. New York time. And then in London, it is 2 to 5 a.m. New York time. And then in New York, it is 8 to 11 a.m. New York time. Yesterday, we got a setup, and let's break that trade down. So we got that setup in the New York session. So first things first, timing window from 8 to 11, step number one. Step number two is plotting the high and the low of the day prior to the timing window. So prior to the timing window at 8, the high of the day was here. And the low of the day was down here. We'll focus on the high because we are selling. Now, step number three is let the first hour close. Now, the first hour is from 8 to 8:45. Now, from 8 to 8:45, we didn't have anything. So, if you're getting value from this video, smash that like button because it makes you the coolest guy in the world and it also helps with the algorithm. Let's continue with the video. Now, this brings us to another very important thing we need to talk about, and that is pins and breakouts. So if we have a pin at the high, whether it's the first hour, the second hour, or the third hour, as long as it's a wick, a pin, whatever you want to call it, we extend the high. So you can see we got this pin here. Again, we got another pin here. We extend that high. This candle pinned again. We extend that candle like that. We are only interested in breakouts, and that is in the second and the third hour. So once we have the first hour closing and we have adjusted the high and the low according to pins, then we can move on to the next step, which is the breakout. So this breakout is my signal to start analyzing this pair. And what exactly am I analyzing? I am looking for a 1, 2, 3. Now, a 1, 2, 3 means that, and you can do this together with me. We have the breakout. Once we have the breakout, we ask ourselves, between the beginning of the timing window and the time we have the breakout, is there a time where we have 2 or more consecutive candles that are opposite in the direction of the breakout. So if the breakout is at the high, then the candles need to be bearish. And we have 3 candles which are consecutive. So now this gives us a 1. Number 2 is the candles, and then number 3 is the whole move that goes to the breakout. Simple. If I see this, then if the next candle is bearish, that is my entry. My stops above the high. And frankly, I don't expect price to come back to this level. I expect price to start going down as soon as we enter that market. Now, we were targeting the low of the day, but price did not hit TP. So what do? We trail our stops every time we create a new low. So we created this new low and we broke it. So our stops are moved to this level. And then when price again breaks this level, then we can move our stops to this level. Then you find yourself getting stopped out at this area with profits in your account. So this is how simple this entry criteria is. It is simple, repeatable, and maximizes the profits you can have. The entry criteria is the same in all pairs. Anyway, if you got value from this video, click the video on your screen to continue learning about this strategy.